If you ain't first, you're last.
Oops. Sorry, guys.
It was around this time 4 years ago when I met Sarah, and I was terrified of her. She was such a strong, independent, and successful woman, and I truly admired her. We met through mutual friends who we actually no longer speak to, but you see, I've had a handful of people in my life who I've considered my best friend, but it wasn't until I met and became so close to Sarah where I realized they were never real friends at all. No one has done a fraction for me of what Sarah has done for me, and words cannot express how much I appreciate her for all of that. I knew this was a different and special kind of friendship when I realized our sons are literally a week apart in age. Our parenting styles are the same, which made it easier when we really needed each other to step in and remind and scare our kids into being the best versions of themselves. Now our sons are the best of friends, which ultimately means, yes, Sarah, you're stuck with me forever. I have been fortunate enough to witness this love story from the very beginning. I remember when Devin came into the picture. Sarah was recovering from a broken heart, and Devin came in with his toolbox ready to repair it. He entered her life when she needed him the most, which is crazy because the odds of finding your soulmate are 1 in 10,000. I know this because I Googled it. I was a part of the proposal in June of 2023. Devin had a few ideas on how he wanted to propose, but he ultimately decided he wanted to get it done as soon as possible and make her his forever. This was the hardest secret I had to keep from Sarah, because if anyone knows her, she does not like surprises. She's very stubborn, but that's okay. So not only was the surprise a challenge, but it was also so fun to do. And after the proposal, the wedding planning followed almost immediately after, meaning Sarah also wanted to get it done as soon as possible and make him her forever. It has been a crazy, stressful, and interesting year of planning for this day. And I think the best memory I have is not redoing the seating chart 50 times and not assembling the easels on my desk last week. But last year, when Sarah was making the wedding website and clicked on the tab where she could add her wedding party, and it was blank. So I asked her, "You aren't having a wedding party?" And she looked me dead in the eyes and said, "Yeah, I'm not having one." And that's when I realized she thought a wedding party was an engagement party and not the names of the bridesmaids, groomsmen, maid of honor, and best man. You can imagine my shock because by this time she already asked me to be her maid of honor. Alas, we're here today. We finally made it. Sarah, Devin, I'm so happy for you and excited for what lies in the future. I am especially anxious to get a phone call next week when you're in Mexico and you ask me how to translate extra cheese on the food. By the way, it's extra queso. Thank you for having me on this very special day. If any of you saw, we created a hashtag that said, "What's tomato with forever?" And I have the answer for you. Absolutely nothing. I love you guys. Congratulations.
Thank you. Give an applause for our maid of honor for his kind words and her leading things off with our speeches this evening. And now we'd like to welcome our best man up to the microphone. Let's give him a warm welcome.
My speech is a lot shorter, and I am reading off my cell phone. So I hope everybody's having a good
Thank you, everyone.
Thank you for
Sorry, can't respond to the comments, obviously.
For those of you who don't know me, my name's Ryan. I've been Devin's best friend and brother for about 20 years. Whether it was terrorizing our parents, our countless hours outside, eating cherries off of a tree, which your grandmother was not very happy about, and in our one and only fight, putting a huge hole in our house, which we just moved into. My parents weren't happy happy about that. We stuck by each other's side. I'm more than honored to be Devin's best man. I've always been a bit older than Devin, but he's never felt like a little brother to me. And that's not just because I'm short. I witnessed the love between Devin and Sarah blossom into something beautiful. Devin's smile grew a bit wider, and his life grew a bit more joyful the day he met Sarah. Even then, in the first moments, Devin knew that Sarah would be his companion, his mate, and his wife. It's apparent that Sarah, too, chose Devin to be his or hers in return. Even then, today is the day you both say I do, but marriage isn't just about saying I do. It's what comes after those words that makes marriage what it needs to be. It's about committing to each other, dedicating your lives, being the best you can be for each other, loving even in the low moments, supporting each other, cherishing each other, sacrificing, communicating, uplifting each other, apologizing, and always caring for each other. The words may seem cliche, but in accepting for better, for worse, for richer, for poorer, in sickness and in health, to love and to cherish, you understand and devote yourselves and your lives to power, strength, commitment, and unity in those words. You do it together. You got this. I can't wait to see what the future holds for you guys. May you always be the best of friends, the best of companions, the best of parents. To Devin and Sarah, I love you both very much.
One more time, big round of applause for all
Let's
of
have
us.
a good night.
That's my ex-husband right there.
And now we would like to welcome Sarah's parents to come up, Christine and Roger, to say a few words. Let's give the bride's parents a
That's his father. What?
Have to go up there.
No, I don't
No,
have.
they're gonna call you up there too. Are you ready for?
No, I'm not doing it.
Holy shit.
Stop.